morning, Ignition Diecast community. Joe, the Clueless Collector, and Bruce Dickens here. He just wanted to say hello. He had his teeth fixed last Friday. I think that was 1 week ago. He went in for cleaning and wound up having to have 5 teeth extracted, which was pretty major. But he's a different dog now. He's like, his mood is improved. He wags his tail and runs around. So I think one of those 2 teeth were infected and really bringing him down. So he's a much happier dude these days. You probably can't tell on camera, but he runs around like a puppy. So I'm gonna put him down and we'll commence with the Friday business. So I'm gonna open some cars today. I got one question, and then I have a not so much a rant, but like food for thought. So these cars I got in from a lot from a collector who was parting with a lot of stuff. It was pretty much all Zamax, Red Editions, and treasure hunts, regular treasure hunts. And there are about 15 or so cars that I personally wanted from the lot. So let me show you what those ones are. Here's this Zamac Beetle. Some people say Zamac. I say Zamac. I think that's a minor, like tomato and tomato. Although I don't know anybody who says tomato, but Zamac, whatever. I'm starting to accumulate a lot of this casting. The Bumblebee was this casting, though it had a transformer face on the bottom. So I think I have about 12 of these. This might need its own box pretty soon. This particular Hot Wheels Volkswagen casting, Beetle casting. And then a 71 Ford Ranchero, which I don't aggressively collect, but have like a little clutch of them over there, which I figure might as well keep it. I mean, it's not going to sell for like $50, so what the hell, I'll indulge a little and collect 71 Ford Rancheros for the hell of it. There's no box for them yet, they're just kind of open air, but here's the Zamac version of it. And over there it will go. And then 3 chargers. Three chargers. Hold on. Dodge Charger Drift. Don't have this Zamac one. So mine it is blue ring rims, crash bar, bull bar, red windows. Not realistic, but sort of like a treasure, or sort of a statue interpretation of a Charger Drift. And it's a casting that I collect, so had to have it. And here, oh, it's another Charger Drift, probably from the same year. No, it seems like a different year. But this one has a factory seal, which means pretty much nothing to anybody. I used to think that it would mean something, but based on sales figures, no one really cares about that unless you buy the whole master set, and then you're like Mr. Big Britches. So, oh, this is a red edition, by the way. That's why it's red, and I don't have it. And it even says red right there. See, on the lower bumper, red. The only way this would really exist in the real world is if there was a drift car that was made up to be a police car or track pursuit. I don't know. So it's just sort of a concept. They do paint drift cars really weird ways, so could happen. But I think it's primarily a drift car not an actual first responder fleet vehicle. I mean, here's one I've never even seen before. It's a Zamac Dodge Charger stock car. And I've seen quite a few stock cars. I don't, like I said just yesterday, I don't collect NASCAR or stock car vehicles really, but it's a Charger, so gotta have it. And this will be the first one of these that I own. I've heard stock cars, like retired stock cars at Road Atlanta, and man, they are loud. I've never been to a NASCAR event, but if there's like 20 of those cars on track at the same time, it must be deafening, like earplugs. Probably a really good idea. Dodge Charger stock car. So that's all I'm going to open today. Let me put those over here because I have a bunch of cards on this desk. The one question I got this week was, and I brought it upon myself because I said when I got that Skyline a couple of days ago that it immediately in my top 5, top 20. And so someone asked me, what is your top 20? And 20 would be a lot. So I'm going to show you my 10 of my top 20. And these aren't in order because it's really kind of impossible. I kind of love all these cars equally. So here's 1 through 10. And then maybe next Friday I'll show you like 11 through 20. So there's that Godzilla Skyline R34, which pretty much is like a new benchmark. I don't think it's possible for me to love a Hot Wheels premium, any die-cast car or brand more than this. This is like my prized possession. Then we have a series of orange German cars. So this is a, I'll make sure I get it right, 934.5. Just good all around. Perfect wheels. Orange Porsche, which is, I kind of have a soft spot for orange and Porsches. Here's a 934 RSR. Excellent rims. Totally could see basket weave wheels working on this car, even on track. Those, I guess those are little flaws. I never noticed those until I put it up to the camera. I got this one used, but that is definitely the kind of thing that would happen on a track. So, I mean, whatever. This is a track day car. A favorite. Then there's this BMW M1. Not the Pro car, just the M1. In orange. If I was incredibly wealthy, I would own one of these, without a doubt. Then we have, no surprise, the pink Roxy, the pink variant of the Rexy. And I don't even remember what set this came out of. It came out of a premium set, and I did not pay $200, $300 for this. I pulled it from a case, so got lucky. This Advan Skyline, it's got the little wheels like the Liberty Walk guy, but it's the Advan Liberty. I mean, it's the Advan livery. So it's sort of a mashup of the Liberty Walk owner's personal car with the wood wheels and the Advan livery. But it's just, of all the Ken Mary's C110s that I have, this is probably my favorite. This Laurel, which is just, I don't know, it's just got that vintage awesomeness to it. This is a premium, love that color. blue-gray, black stripes. I don't even care what kind of engine this came with. I would just, for style points alone, I would love to own one of these. The Red Edition M3 came out last year, I believe. And a red E30 M3. Just God's chariot. It's to die for. I can't imagine having a car that I would love more than this. And unfortunately, they went up from like between $15,000 and $20,000 about 10 years ago. They came into fashion and now they're like $60,000, $70,000 and just untouchable for the mere mortal. Of all the 71 Porsches that I have, this blue one is my favorite. I like that blue. I like the black wheels. Just looks awesome. And it's a mirror mainline. It's a multi-pack exclusive. It's not even a premium. Then this, what's the full name? LB. This Skyline. LBE R34 Super Silhouette Nissan Skyline. And this is a premium. And I guess R34 is my favorite generation of Skyline, even above the R35 GTR. I just like the looks and vibe of the R34. And of all the R34s, this is my favorite of all time. But this one is up there too. So that's 1 through 10. Next week, I'll do the other 10 when I figure them out. I got to go through a lot of boxes and stuff to figure it out. So my parting shot today is I'm going to try not to be biased or judgmental or negative. I'm just going to say my thoughts on this topic, and you can do with it what you will. It's really come into focus lately that Hot Wheels hunting, like the activity of like scouring the stores for like the hot cars, probably so you can resell them, is like this whole separate thing. It's like another hobby unto itself. Like there are channels called Hot Wheels Hunter and Hot Wheels Hunting and Peg Hunting and all this. And it's like, I feel like people are missing the point. Like the point is owning the cars and appreciating them and having some sort of like a little collecting focus or goal that you're trying to achieve, not just getting whatever's hot at the moment and reselling it. But for some people, that's the whole sport. That's the whole fun of it. But I think that it's like a separate culture from the collecting culture. And I was thinking about this. If you put it in like a time window, like one edge of the window is when stuff reaches our shores and they start showing up in stores. Obviously, the big money channels and Mattel themselves kind of chum the waters and get y'all excited for what's coming next quarter or whatever. But let's just say the one edge of this window is when stuff is starting to become available in the United States. And the other edge is like 3 months in the future. If you take that 3-month window, that's where all the hand-wringing and competition and disappointment and fear of missing out occurs. After 3 months, this stuff cools off so damn fast. Like the Formula One 5-pack is a good example. That shit, I personally had no choice but to sell that for a lot of money when it first came out. Now I see them and I leave them behind all the time. It just cooled off completely. Like no one gives a shit about the F1 5-pack now. So from arrival to about 3 months, I personally am just going to try to ignore this window. Try not to look at what's coming in the upcoming case assortments that everybody's like trampling over each other to get, and really focus on like stuff with 3 months of age on it and back. And I say this, it's not easy because I'm kind of programmed to get out there and hunt also. But it's getting so frustrating and so disappointing that I'm just like, something's got to change. Just this hobby is giving me more disappointment and negative feelings than it is positive. So I think the solution, the antidote to this bullshit is to just ignore the 3-month window. Stuff's going to arrive. Kevin's are going to be out there elbowing each other to get it so they can get it on eBay as soon as possible and sell it for the maximum amount so they can get their air fresheners and their energy drinks. And people who sort of care a little more about the actual diecast cars are willing to wait. Like another instance is the Ultra Hots that supposedly are Target exclusive. This one set, the one with the Volkswagen GTR and the yellow Ford Escort, it's in Kroger now, and people walk by it. I walk by it. I'm like, I have plenty of those. I have that myself, and I have plenty to resell. It's just no one cares about it. So that's another example. Once the 3-month window is expired, the only people that care about it are actual collectors. So I very much just want to be a regular collector. And fortunately or unfortunately, I think some of the inventory at Ignition Diecast might start to reflect this. The store might start to specialize more in older stuff and less of the hot stuff, because it's hard to find. And when I do get it, I have to price it high so that so scalpers don't buy it and resell it again. So it's like I'm kind of obligated to jack up the price just to make sure that I don't get cleaned out by some reseller. So just food for thought. It's Friday. I have the day off. I'm going to go out and look for Hot Wheels, but I'm going to kind of keep expectations low. And if I find older stuff, that's fine too. I can put that in stock. Some of it I even need myself. So 3-month window. Don't get caught up in that melee, because it's like a meat grinder, and you might find it fun to some degree, but I think most people probably find it miserable, ridiculous, and stupid. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. Have a good weekend. I will no doubt talk to you tomorrow for Slack Ass Saturday.